After facing their worst ever electoral defeat, the Congress now has called for a CWC meet to take stock of the political situation. And if sources are to be believed, key advisors are likely to face the heat for the massive letdown of the party. In fact, sources are also suggesting that Sonia and Rahul Gandhi might offer their resignations at this CWC meet today. A speculation that the party has strongly refuted. In fact, what really will be the game plan of the Congress as far as this meet goes? Let's get in more details from Sneha, who's tracking this crucial meet for us. Sneha, what really is on the table? Remember, we've been asking here that why shouldn't Rahul Gandhi resign and why shouldn't he take responsibility? But just look at the strategy of the Congress. The Congress, in fact, has been having a Save Rahul campaign. So the big question is that who really can then redeem the party right now?
Well, yes, in fact, that seems to be the strategy of the Congress, to deflect the blame from Rahul Gandhi and perhaps put the blame on the second rung, in a sense, leaders, senior Congress members who were part of the election committee, the campaign committee as well. Well, that really is what is going to happen as far as our sources go. In fact, you're talking about Rahul Gandhi, but the fact of the matter is that he himself has raised several questions on the organization, and that's where his key interest lies. He wants to talk about a revamp of the organization. I've spoken to a few people who are going to attend this meet today. A specific leader who's actually a special invitee to the CWC meet today told me categorically that he himself has actually written a letter to Rahul Gandhi highlighting all of the problems, and he said that I'm vehemently going to oppose this particular suggestion that there should be a panel or a committee to set up to look into what really went wrong, because none of these panels come out with any constructive suggestions. Well, right now I can tell you that I'm at the house, the residence of Dr. Ashwani Kumar, a senior leader of the Congress, just trying to get in a word from him on what really is his strategy, is his suggestion really going to be. Because
all right, Sneha, stay with me. Now, Manish Tiwari is also joining us this morning. Mr. Tiwari, what really will the Congress do? Will we actually see Rahul Gandhi taking the blame and resigning now?
Well, I think what you are trying to do is really put the cart before the horse. It is a fact that the results were disappointing. There has been a defeat, but that does not mean that we get into a resignation-designation mode. The Congress Working Committee would meet in the evening. It is the highest decision-making body of the Congress. It's invested with collective wisdom of people who spent a lifetime in the party. So therefore, they would deliberate. They would try and tentatively ascertain the reasons as to what went wrong, and then we would take it from there.
Now, Mr. Manish Tiwari, the BJP alleges that instead of saving the party, instead of saving the Congress, why are all of you indulging in a Save Rahul campaign right now?
Well, I think what the priority of the Bharatiya Janata Party should be at this point in time is to try and see as to how they can get a government in place. The people of this country have given them a mandate, and I think that is what their priority should be. And the priority of the Congress is to introspect, is to try and discern and ascertain as to, what really and at what level what went wrong. And therefore, the Congress Working Committee is meeting. And there is absolutely no question of shielding anybody or targeting anybody. It's an organization. An organization is a collective entity. It's a cohesive organism, and it functions at various levels. So therefore, we'll have to wait and see and let the Congress Working Committee take a call, and then let things move on from there.
But Mr. Tiwari, as far as you say that the BJP has got the mandate to rule, the mandate is against the Congress. So the point is, are we going to see heads rolling? With anyone, in fact, take responsibility for the kind of rout the Congress has really seen?
Well, if that is your interpretation of the mandate, I think possibly the Bharatiya Janata Party would not agree with that. But be that as it may, that's the privilege and prerogative that you have as an anchor. Insofar as the Congress is concerned, the UPA was in government for 10 years. At the end of 10 years, in the elections of 2014, the people have not given a mandate to the UPA for a renewed term. We accept the decision in all humility. And that is why, insofar as the Congress, which was the principal component of the UPA, is concerned, it's convened a meeting of the Congress Working Committee. And that Congress Working Committee, which is the highest decision-making body, which I've earlier reiterated, underscored, and pointed out, will tentatively try and go into what the reasons are. So therefore, I think we should wait and watch the outcome of that meeting.
All right, Mr. Manish Tiwari, let me ask you a very straight question. Are we looking at Priyanka Gandhi coming to the fore, in fact, taking a more aggressive role?
Well, unfortunately, the dynamic of a political party does not really correspond to a 24-hour news cycle. So while I can understand, the urgency and the immediacy of the answers that you want to seek, I do not think that is the manner in which a political party ought to function or ought to respond. At this point in time, there is a meeting which has been convened. In that meeting consists of people who spent a lifetime in the party, allow them to deliberate, and I don't think it is either appropriate or correct to either add or subtract anything to the fact except that there is a meeting of the Congress Working Committee.
Now, Mr. Manish Tiwari, obviously not, taking those straight questions here, but let me ask you this also now. Are we looking at internal elections then within the party? Do you believe the need has come now to have internal elections within the party to choose the president and the vice president then?
Well, as I pointed out to you, that political parties do not function in the format of a 24-hour news cycle. So therefore, the accusation of not taking direct questions, I think possibly comes from an understanding of your own format and maybe, for the lack of a better word, a lack of understanding as to how political parties function. At this point in time, there is a Congress Working Committee meeting, and all that I would like to underscore and reiterate for your viewers and for your good self.
All right, former INB Minister Manish Tiwari not taking those direct questions, but all that he's saying right now is that the Congress will introspect and perhaps making it very clear that the onus cannot just be put on one person here.